Zambian sevens, rugby sevens?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back on the program. The history of Zambian rugby dates as far back as 1975, so to say. But along the way, obviously, we started playing active club rugby up to this moment in time. Yeah, we play 15s for the first half of the year, and then we break off into playing sevens in the second half of the year. And yeah, we've been participating in quite a number of tournaments. But yeah, come 2015 in South Africa, Johannesburg, we took part in the qualifiers to the Olympic Games. And obviously our performance there was not too good. So when we got back, we decided and said, now, where are we going wrong? And obviously we talked to colleagues, like from Kenya Rugby. I remember correctly talking to Richard Omela, and we shared quite a number of things there on how to probably progress our rugby in Zambia. Yeah, so we got back to the structures and reinforced on the sevens, and also we went as far down as the schools, the high schools and the secondary schools. Yeah, we played the boys, these boys and the girls, a lot of sevens. In fact, that has become a household game due to its version. Yeah, and
right now you've qualified for the Commonwealth Games. Kenya will be there as well. How did you qualify for the Games, bearing in mind you lost out on the Olympics slots?
Like I said, 2017 was a year where we really reorganized ourselves and brought in quite a number of sponsors. And we played our sevens teams in 7 international games in Africa and in Europe. And by the time we're coming to the Africa competition, which basically was a qualifying tournament to the Commonwealth, HS and HSBCA, and also World Rugby Cup, our performance showed, our preparations showed, and we played quite well. Obviously, we came out 4th in that tournament, but that enabled us to qualify to the Commonwealth.
You head to Gold Coast. It's going to be a very tough competition there for you, bearing in mind you are still developing, but you are equally worthy opponents. You will be facing top teams. Let's start with Africa in itself. We have the likes of the best team, actually, in the continent, that is South Africa. You have Kenya, the likes of Uganda as well, coming up so well, Zimbabwe as well. Not all of them actually will be at the Commonwealth Games, but these are opponents that you're looking at, including the hosts down there, Australia, and of course New Zealand as well. How do you plan then to take on these opponents for you during the games?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we have actually reorganized ourselves. The good part of it is we have sponsorship behind us. So yeah, the coaches and the organizers, the ones that are managing sevens, have come up with a plan to ensure that we prepare adequately. Recall, we had our international sevens last year, and in that sevens we met Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a household name, but we beat Zimbabwe in the final and won our first inaugural sevens tournament after relaunching the sevens. Yeah. Yeah, and we met Zimbabwe again, second time, I think that was in Lesotho. Again, we were able to beat them. So really, teams like Zimbabwe, Uganda itself, Kenya even, are beatable teams if we prepare very well. Yeah, we're looking forward to actually go and participate fully. It's not easy. But we hope to, just leave a name there.
Commonwealth Games, I'm sorry, I will be supporting my own country, but all the best to you. Let's see how that comes out. But you mentioned the issue of sponsorships, all right? Right now in Kenya, we are having a big problem because the key sponsor for the sport in Kenya has just pulled out, withdrawn the sponsorship due to an issue of tax and all of that. And they are facing kind of a difficulty right now in terms of just funding their programs locally and, of course, funding the national teams, taking part in different events out there right now at the Sydney Sevens as well. There's a bit of a problem in terms of the financing. How have you, the ZRU, worked out the issue of sponsorship for the sport?
In fact, the problems that Kenya, as you have outlined, is going through, that happened to us also. You recall, as Zambia, we used to host the Mosi Sevens and the Castle Sevens, which were being sponsored by Zambian breweries. But down the line in 2012, Zambian breweries were the major sponsors, withdrew. And that left us with no competition whatsoever. And even our performance went down. So, like I said, in 2015, after participating in those Olympic qualifiers, we came and sat down and said, how differently can we do this? So what we did was we partnered with a sports management entity called RGSM. And we sat down, drew up an agreement, an MOU, and